Look at this graph. On it shows the cost to advertise on Facebook. Each year, it continues to double and even triple, and it's only going to keep getting even more expensive. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my 8-step process for creating Facebook ads that generate record-shattering ROAS. If you're new to this channel, I'm Chase Chappell, a 9-figure marketer and the brain behind some of your favorite brands and creators you shop online with every day. So any good ad all starts with the research behind it, whether it's the copy, a static ad, or a video ad. It all starts with the message you are writing. It's what separates the professionals from the beginners. A beginner will do things like go to ChatGPT and ask it to write ad copy for a supplement brand. Essentially, they are just learning how to say things. The only problem is you are telling your customer what makes people buy from you isn't what you tell them. It's when you tap into their brain and find the deep lying problems inside of their mind when you know exactly what those things are. You can speak directly to that person. And I have something called the hero versus villain strategy. It's where I constantly am staying up to date on the market and what the customer specifically wants. I'm looking at bad Amazon reviews, what are the new brand products and technologies that are available in the space right now, and if the market is changing, then I know exactly how to position myself or my clients to speak directly to these things. This eliminates all of the guesswork for what could be inside the mind of my customer, and many of you buy from the very brands and creators we work with almost every single day. And that sale is only made because we spoke not only to the problems you are facing, but the underlying issues that the market is constantly looking for a solution for. And all you want to do is figure out the problem that your market is facing and then identify the underlying issues from that specific problem. For example, if you say this is the #1 acne product in all of the world, guess what? So does 17 of your other competitors claiming the exact same thing with their product as well. You want to speak to the underlying issues that acne causes. Confidence on a first date, not liking how you look in pictures, getting made fun of in class. You want to solve these underlying issues in a unique way. The best way to understand if you can solve these issues by aligning with the deep lying pain points in your customer's mind is to truly sit inside of their mind and understand their thoughts. To do this, you want to expose yourself to all of the other alternatives, the ads, the messages, and the offers that the other brands are making. My favorite place to do this is good old Reddit or bad Amazon reviews. We want to find the short stories, the internet's Karens, and anything that is emotionally charged. Really get into the details and read people's thoughts on how they feel. Find out their pain, the frustration, the anger that they're facing, the deep thoughts in their mind. Then what you do is you take those exact words, don't change them at all, and you want to use those phrases and words in your ads. So that way we can speak exactly to the market in their own words. Amazon bad reviews are also incredible. There are millions of reviews on Amazon. You want to keep an eye out for other products that people are recommending, other solutions, or even ideas that they give in the bad reviews. Even old Facebook groups are also a huge unlock for this. People will ask these group questions and you'll sometimes see thousands of responses and people's opinions. Don't just use one of these. You want to search through all of these like an internet spy agent to do all of your research. Take all of this and add it to your Google Docs so that way you can see the trends, consistencies, and literally just copy and paste it. We want the words of the market, so let them tell you what their problems are, not the other way around. Once you've scoured through the forums, groups, and reviews, there's one last absolutely goldmine for research, and that is all of your personal reviews, emails, and customer service inquiries. Take all of those, drop them into ChatGPT, and you can use a prompt like this. What are the top 5 pain points solved? And what are the top 5 benefits that my customers are getting from buying my products? We do this because you don't want to be a generalist. You want to speak to the one thing, the one main pain point they are facing. And that's what you center your entire ad copy around. It's the market heartbeat. And it's in every single market. It's what puts life into your ad. Now, you can do all the research in the world, but if you can't stop the scroll and hijack attention, it'll all go to waste. Just spend 5 minutes scrolling through your feed and see what you're competing against. It's an absolute war zone for your attention. So whether it's a static ad or a video ad, we need to figure out, how do I hijack the attention of my customer? People pay attention to things that are different. You want to do the literal opposite to what everyone else is doing. But doing a simple pattern interrupt isn't enough to stop the scroll these days. So there's 2 frameworks that I use with clients to do this. The first one is a behavioral mirror. Think visual for a second. What are all of the visuals that people are exposed to every day? And when they see those, it triggers certain behaviors. So if it's gym clothing, what are the visuals they would be used to seeing when searching for gym content? Or if it's home decor products, what is the vibe and aesthetic of the type of design they are looking for? For you lead gen people, if you're speaking to media buyers, I would show the Facebook Ads Manager. It's the visuals that trigger a certain behavioral and mental signal that is interesting to you. You were just using something they already have an identity with to trigger them into paying attention to your ad. And the second framework that I use is what's called a pattern interrupt. When people are scrolling on social media, they're in a pattern. Everyone knows what an ad looks like. They've already seen the last 3-step, 5-step to solve this and every hook out there. Plus, they've most likely already seen your competitors' ads and offers. They know what is what. You have to be different to disrupt that pattern. But to do this, you don't want to just interrupt the scroll in the hook. A proper pattern interrupt needs to happen at multiple times throughout the duration of an ad. And just like I switch sets, it's subtle, but it makes you wonder and think, and it keeps the attention. When your market is consuming your ad, you want them engaged and asking themselves questions about the ad, and right as they start to fall off into a pattern where you might lose them, and bam, you disrupt it and put them down another pattern to rehook them and hold the attention. Just like we build a swipe file for all of our market's pain points, you want to build another one and pay attention to anything that triggers your attention. I constantly add to my own swipe files. I left the link in the description for this tool that I use to do this with. Whether it's a thumbnail, copy, a video, an image ad, save them and take notes of the pattern disrupts and what got you to pay attention to those ads when you're launching new meta ads or even on TikTok. The goal is not to sell your gummies or clothing. The goal is to sell against all the other alternatives that are out there and exist in your market. Just like when we started with Waterboy, who now has massive market share from Liquid IV and Gatorade by doing exactly this. And don't be afraid to call out what they already have tried. Frame your product as a superior and use this full framework to identify the very issues your market has and speak directly to them as you frame yourself as a superior to your competitors. This makes sure that they don't just assume you're the same as all of the other ads they've seen. To believe they haven't experienced this problem before would be ludicrous. You can't ignore that pain, that frustration of them already trying to solve that issue. You have to be incredibly clear to your market that you understand all the alternatives that exist. You will create Facebook ads that convert so well, it almost feels illegal. And if you love this video, then you're going to love this next video I made about creating hooks so good they are impossible to scroll right past here.